For the last 2 years, people have been thinking that I'm KSI's biggest fan because I was doing tattoos of his name every single day until he called me. But the fact is that I'm not his biggest fan. This was all a character, and today I'm gonna basically explain you all everything that I did, the rage bait that I did. I'm also gonna react to Moist Critical's video and all the videos of people saying the tattoos were real and fake. I'm gonna react to all of that, and I'm also basically gonna explain what happened because, you know, at this point, if you don't know, I've been doing this and I pranked KSI with fake tattoos of his name for 1 year, and I pranked more than 350 million people. So I pranked KSI and I pranked the internet. That was the goal from the beginning. It was never to get this phone call. But that's what people thought because I was posting one video every day saying that I was doing one KSI tattoo every day to get a phone call with him, which was not the goal, but that's what people think or thought at the time. Basically, I started by just, you know, announcing that I was going to do like a KSI tattoo every day until he called me, and I said it was one of my dreams, whatever. And then I started posting, you know, one every single day, and I thought maybe these videos would go viral because in the beginning I was doing it in the studios, but then I started going to this one, I went to the forest, you know, then this one I went to the beach, and the skate park, this one, and then this one I went to McDonald's. So I thought like maybe going to different places, and a lot of these places this is illegal to do if there were real tattoos. So I thought like maybe like these videos will go viral, but there was only one problem, was that I'm from Portugal and my account was created in Portugal, my Instagram account and TikTok and whatever, and I already had 2,000 followers, but they were all Portuguese followers, so these videos wouldn't get recommended to outside the country and to actually people that speak in English, because in Portugal we don't speak English. It's not we don't speak, but it's not our native language. So these videos didn't get a lot of views, as you can see, like 2,000, 7,000, 3,000, 4,000. For the videos that I was doing, like tattooing in a moving car and like tattooing in Burger King and tattooing in the train station, like the videos that you don't see a lot, and tattooing in inside the train, you know, all of these videos, there were videos that had a lot of potential. And the reasons why I'm just explaining this was because at this point I wasn't rage baiting at all. I was just doing one KSI tattoo every day to get a phone call with him. At least that's what I was saying that I wanted, because in reality I knew that I will talk to his manager first before I talked with KSI, or at least if that phone call was gonna happen, they were gonna put me in contact with KSI's manager before they put me in contact with KSI. At least that's what I thought at the time. So I could reveal to KSI's manager it was all a prank, and he could help me reveal it to KSI. And I just want to say something. The only reason why in the end I was able to talk with his manager and prank him was because the tattoos were fake. I would have never reached him if the tattoos were real. I just want to say this because people can think, oh, but you got in contact with his manager and with KSI, and other fans are gonna think they can do this. Like, they are not, because as you guys are gonna see, KSI didn't even call me after 1,000 tattoos. And also, as I said, the only reason why I got in contact with his manager was because someone from his boxing, I'm gonna explain all of this, but basically someone from KSI's boxing event, now it's not his boxing event, but it was at the time, put me in contact with MEMS because I told them that the tattoos were fake. So everything only happened because the tattoos were fake. If this was real, they will just have ignored me, because this will be not only bad promotion to them, but also it will incentivize people to do real tattoos, which was what Mr. Beast said in an interview, and we're gonna get to that. But basically at this point I was just doing one KSI tattoo every day until he called me, and trying to tattoo in crazy places, basically. But because at the time my audience was Portuguese and the videos were in English, this didn't went viral at all. And I just want to say, I did a couple tattoos on my fingers here, in this one here, you see. Yeah, exactly. And I just want you guys to remember this. But yeah, basically I understood that this was not working, so I just, you know, basically did a bunch in the same days, as you guys can see. I posted one in different days, but I said, guys, I said I had to work and do other things, that's why I need to do that, but no, I just wanted to do a bunch. So basically I just said, guys, I'm gonna do a bunch of tattoos in the same day, but post one every single day, so I keep going with the challenge and I can, you know, edit and live my life and things like that. But in reality, I just wanted the tattoos to stay in the same place, because let's say I film today and then I will film tomorrow. The tattoos need to stay in the same place, but if I go to sleep and if they touch like the blankets or whatever, they're gonna leave. So I just wanted to record all in the same day so they will stay exactly in the same place. And then here was when I started the rage bait. It was not because of the rage bait that I went viral first, but then that's kind of why I went more viral than I ever expected. So I kept doing tattoos, and then I received basically a message from KSI. This was because there was a guy that his name is Ambar. At the time he fought in KSI's boxing event Misfits. Now it's not KSI's event anymore. He sent my videos to KSI's manager. At this time he thought they were real tattoos, that's why he sent it to him. And then KSI's manager must have sent the videos to KSI, and KSI sent me a message. I just want to say, like, guys, for those who think the message is not real, here it is. Like, a lot of people were thinking that is not. Bro, please stop, I've met you, can stop now. And then I responded basically saying that I will stop, and then I said no, but I will not stop, because I will only stop when you actually call me, blah blah blah. And it says Instagram user and like this because, you know, I'm still blocked, as you guys can see. I think it's because I haven't posted the videos, so KSI still thinks the tattoos are real, but at this point he probably will realize that they are fake. And also Mems will probably, his manager will probably talk with him, but whatever. So at this point KSI told me to stop, which you guys are gonna realize that I'm gonna use to rage bait the internet, because I'm gonna start saying that he told me to stop, but he sent laughing emojis, so I think he was like joking and things like that. But yeah, whatever. He didn't call me, or I didn't get in contact with his manager as I thought I would, because I thought KSI's manager would reach out to me to say something, and then maybe, I don't know, he could help me prank KSI, but in reality KSI directly messaged me telling me to stop, which was not what I wanted. I wanted to get in contact with his manager to be able to prank him, and yeah, that basically did not help at all. So at this point I just kept going. I kept doing tattoos. Then here I changed from one leg to the other, kept doing tattoos, and I started rage bait by saying like influencers were reacting to me, and also like I started like putting stencils on my face and saying like, oh, I'm gonna tattoo this, blah blah blah. So basically this was the first video of mine that went a little bit viral, 370k views. Not super viral, but it was the beginning. Then this Thick of It tattoo that I said I did because KSI posted a song called Thick of It that went viral, so I decided to up on the trend. And also like these videos I started because I used the song Thick of It on the videos, so it would get more views because it was a trend at the time. So basically, yeah, it worked. Then this video got 200,000 views, and then I got Mo, which is KSI's editor, to respond to my Twitter. So basically I put notifications on his profile, and in every single post I instantly responded to the post and basically said, I sent this one, which was the other TikTok that I said that got 200k views, and I said, Mo, please get KSI to see this, and he said okay, and a smiling emoji. And then I sent it to him, the full video of me doing the Thick of It tattoo. And yeah, I don't know if he showed him or not, probably did, I don't know, I didn't get any response back from that, I don't know, probably it did. But that was good because it confirmed basically that the tattoos were real, because Mo also believed in it, so it was a good thing to push the narrative that the tattoos were real, because at this point people still thought the tattoos were real. And something people don't know is that before I started this YouTube thing, I used to do tattoos. Of course, not in a professional level. I was still trying to make enough money to go to the studio, a studio, but then I realized that this was actually what I wanted to do, so I changed. But that's why I think also people believe the tattoos were real, because before I had this profile with the KSI tattoos, I had a profile with tattoos. So I think that's why people kind of, you know, believe they were real, and then the narrative kept kept going, or at least that no one in the beginning thought they were fake, because my profile was basically a profile from a tattoo artist. But then, yeah, here was when the video started going viral. This was the first video that went viral, 1,500,000 views, and I think it went viral because, you know, right here you can see like 120 tattoos ready to go. It's crazy. Yeah, but then I kept going. This video got 600k. Here I was not really like rage baiting a lot. I was just making these videos. I'm making a fat knee tattoo, but KSI song starts playing. I'm tattooing Tikovit. This one got 2.5 million views. I wasn't really getting like a lot of views, and I was like doing donated to celebrities, saying what they think about the tattoos, blah blah blah. At this point I only had, as you guys can see here, 1 million views in 1 month, so it was not like a lot of views. Of course, like this video has 2 million and this video has 1 million, but it was with time, it was not instantly. And then I started rage baiting. Here was when it all started. I started saying I was gonna break a world record, doing 667 tattoos of the same name, which was a record from a guy from the UK. Let me show you. This is the record right here. 667 tattoos of a name, Lucy. This is the record, okay? And I started basically saying that I was gonna break this record, because at this point I was already at 146. So I just said, yeah, I'm going for the record. I'm gonna try to break this record. Then I started talking with AI KSI, basically just asking stupid questions like, you know, KSI, why are you not gonna call me, blah blah blah, things like that. And then I just started like doing cringe shit with rage bait. So basically I posted this video saying, you realize you did 200 KSI tattoos but you didn't call, and I fake cried. Some people realized it was fake after a long time, but in the beginning they all thought they were real. That's why I got like almost 10 million views in this video. And this was perfect, because this was like the first video that actually went viral. And one day after that, of course in this day I remember I only had like 100k views, but it was good for the time. I posted this video, which was what changed everything. I posted one KSI tattoo on my face, which was basically the first one. I would like to show you guys, but it takes a lot of time. I just can show you in another video. Yeah, here, as you guys can see. And then I donated to celebrities, basically asking what they talk about the KSI forehead tattoo. And then here I started the rage bait. I started saying, I did the KSI tattoo on my face, but KSI's music starts playing, 500,000 views. Then this video with Mr. Beast, KSI and Logan Paul basically running with the KSI tattoos also got like 1.2 million. And yeah, from here on I just kept going, kept rage baiting and cringing. Here I was basically just dancing with the TikTok trend. I was just, you know, doing cringe shit and also like rage baiting at the same time, because I knew, then I realized like if I do extra videos from the KSI tattoos, the videos will get more views. If they get more views, they will get more attention. If they get more attention, maybe there's like some way that I could do the prank. At this point I didn't even know if it was possible, because KSI already messaged me and I knew that he was not gonna contact me again. So, but I just, you know, I had faith that maybe someone from his team would reach out and I could, you know, explain that the tattoos were fake, and that's actually what happened. But before we get to that, at day 162, this happened, and this was the first news article. It was from Deserto. They did basically an article and they posted, you know. This was the article, man tattoos KSI all over his body for a full year until KSI YouTuber calls him. This was the articles before that, but there was only like 40k views. It was nothing. This was the article. In 4 hours it got 300k, but then what happened next was crazy. Basically, because this news article posted and they have like I think 1.2 million, no, probably at the time, right now they have like 1.2 or 1.3 million, I don't know. Because they posted and they got a lot of views, the post went viral, got like 8 million views in total. A lot of news pages started posting, not only on Twitter, Instagram, even like big news pages like Complex. I'm just gonna show you all, you know, like here, another article, here are French news posting, KSI's news page, which is KSI's a news page on Twitter. They also posted and they said KSI messaged him and asked him to stop yet. He doesn't know, he doesn't want to. That should tell you everything. They also believed in it. And yeah, and from here on, like at this point it had 3 million, 9 hours, but it got 8 million, as I'm telling y'all. And then it was just, you know, Daily Loud, Hood's Finest, like, and these are pages with like 5 million followers, you know, so this went huge. And I can be here all day with these articles that got posted, honestly. And then this was a big one, Complex, which is like they do interviews with rappers and with famous celebrities like Cristiano Ronaldo and huge people. So it was huge that they did an article. And yeah, basically this was just, you know, I can be here all day. It's just showing the articles that were done. So basically at this point we went hyper viral, and they posted basically saying that the tattoos were real. So because they believed it, everyone believed it basically. And for those who don't know, I was the one that messaged them because I already knew that they will probably post about it, because I saw they had done posts with tattoos that were real about celebrities. So I thought maybe I'm doing 150 tattoos, including face tattoos, they will probably post it, you know. So I DM'd them, and yeah, they actually decided to post. So basically here I was not getting a lot of views, but I was getting more views. I was getting, I think, 5 to 6 million views every month. And also, like, there was a guy that made a TikTok about me, a YouTuber. It also got me 10,000 followers on TikTok. I didn't have like, I had like 1,000 followers on TikTok, so that exploded. Then I just started with the rage bait. The first big rage bait, I think, was this one. Basically, I went to a hospital. I didn't really go there, I just went outside. I filmed going inside, and I filmed the video outside, and I basically said, guys, if you want, I can go to a doctor and you're gonna see that I'm mentally fine and things like that. And then I went and I said that. It didn't get a lot of views, but it started the narrative that I wanted, was basically for people to think that I was crazy. Then I threatened to do more face tattoos, as you guys can see. I was just basically reading comments, and that was rage baiting comments, like people saying, I don't care about your KSI tattoos, and I would respond like, if you don't care, you don't need to watch the videos. I don't know, just things like that, just rage baiting basically. And then after that I got this big YouTuber, which is Tommy It, with 15 million subscribers too. He didn't make an entire video about me, but he talked about me in one of his videos. He started doing a series where he will talk about news on the internet basically, and the first episode from that series was me, and I was literally in the intro, and it was basically just saying that I was doing a KSI tattoo every day to get in contact with him, but I didn't know that an easy way to talk with KSI was just to basically do criticism, because then TDM criticized KSI's Lunchly and KSI responded to him. So basically that was the joke that he did. But whatever, he mentioned me and he believed the tattoos were real, which was huge. And then, as you guys are going to be able to see here, at this point I had 6.4 million views in 30 days. This was Instagram alone. So at this point, this was huge, you know. Then I started rage baiting with everything I had. I received a letter from KSI and he's gonna put me in court. Yeah, then yeah, I just kept AI KSI. I'm gonna skip this because I did AI KSI. I'm just gonna like talk about new rage baits, because I did this through all the series, okay? Then I started tattooing my stomach. I did like 100 in the same day. As you guys are going to be able to see, the videos are basically all the same. Oh, here I did some rage bait here. It was good. I said basically after the Complex article, I said, because I'm from Portugal, you know, and Ronaldo is from Portugal too. So basically people were saying, as a part of the Portuguese people, we don't like or approve this type of behavior. We ban you from this country. And I was just rage baiting by saying, like, basically like, if you guys think you are so great and things like that, you guys can also have an article on Complex, because the last time I checked, only me and Ronaldo are the only Portuguese people that have a Complex article. And if you guys want to speak with me, you need to have that, blah, 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 like things like that. I was just like rage baiting, and I'm laughing because like it was funny to understand that, you know, people really believe in something just because they see it online and they don't even consider it. Maybe it's a persona, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. That's why I think it was funny. I was basically, in my mind, I was just acting like an actor, and I had a role. My role was to rage bait people and make them think that I was crazy, basically. So yeah, with the time I still did the AI videos, whatever, and then I said I could do a W tattoo, which is Jake Paul's brand, and I actually got a DM from them. Basically posted a story saying, I'm only joking, I will never betray my goat KSI. Because I was saying that I was gonna cover the KSI tattoos with W's if they wanted me to. And then they responded, when W tattoo? And I was like, what? What? And then I said, like, I might do a W tattoo if Jake calls me, if that's what you mean. Because I don't understand what they meant. I think they meant when. I don't know why they said that, but yeah, whatever. Then I posted a couple stories saying, like, should I do a W tattoo, blah, blah. And I posted, like, the message of them. And then I said, Jake Paul, if you call me before KSI, I will tattoo a W in my face. And then they said, please do not tattoo W on your face, sending love. And then I said, got you. I did it anyways after that, but whatever. This was funny. But at the same time, I think they shouldn't have said when, but whatever, they said afterwards that they didn't want me to do it. So I think like maybe they thought it was a double tattoo, maybe in the arm or something like that, not in the face. So yeah, I kept rage baiting. Here I said, like, now I identify as KSI, I don't identify as man or woman, I identify as KSI. I was just rage baiting with everything I had, every trend I could up in and rage bait, yeah. And then at this point I'm not gonna say I was famous, but people knew who I was. I went to Omega and I got recognized a lot because I had the KSI tattoos on my face. People will recognize me a lot. Like this guy, he said, like, do you have KSI tattoos all over my body? And what you see in the videos, like, and it was like him showing me my videos because of all the articles also, like, and I was getting a lot of views. People knew who I was, and as you guys can see, here we are at 240 tattoos. Then I said, you know, my family is worried of me continue to doing tattoos because they don't want it to harm my body, blah blah blah. Then here I said, like, I hate you, KSI. Then here I said I was gonna create an OnlyFans and sell the pictures of the next tattoos there, like crazy. Of course, none of this ever happened. I was just rage baiting, but this was basically the rage bait. Then people saying someone needs to call the cops on you. This is beyond creepy. And then I said, you know, if I was doing anything illegal, police would have already been here. You can call the police, come here, and things like that. Okay, this was. Then I said, I have a girlfriend, guys. I have a girlfriend. If you guys wanna see her, I'm gonna post it on Valentine's Day. Then it's like I do a picnic, and it's like me and KSI. It was just, I don't know. This was really funny. Like every of my friends, whenever I posted the video, they laughed a lot about it, and they actually thought it was really funny because they knew about it. And I think now people, if they watch the videos, they can laugh about it. Of course, at the time I posted this, people really were mad because they were like, okay, you are a creepy. But yeah, then I posted other videos like I got arrested for being a stalker. Even though I never stalked KSI, I never went to his country and things like that. But I was just basically going with a narrative. So whatever people said in the comments, I will double down on it. If people said I was a stalker, I will like do videos like this. If people said like I had no life, I would make a video and basically validate their points. Attend your local government meetings and advocate for a statue of KSI. This was the comment, and I said, yes guys, I'm here, blah blah. And I went to a space where it's basically a government space in my country, and I said, yes guys, I'm here. I went there, I tried, but they kicked me off, blah blah blah. That never happened. I just filmed me going inside and going outside and outside the space. That's all I did. So yeah, basically the rage baits. And then, as I said, the message, basically I told you guys in the beginning that I recorded a video basically saying that the laughing emojis that KSI sent it to me were basically a joke, that I thought it was a joke, and I posted a video basically saying that, and I got 1 million views. And then I said, KSI messaged me telling me to stop doing the KSI tattoos, but in my POV he didn't really mean that. That's because he said I want you to stop, but he sent laughing emojis. I don't think he was being serious. I just know this because I did a lot of videos saying exactly the same thing to rage bait internet. It was just simply in different times. So in this one was the first one that I did, then I did one after 1 year from his message, then a couple months, and all of these videos, basically all of them went viral, and I'm gonna just show y'all. And then at this point was when Mr. Beast talked about me on a podcast, and this is the podcast, and it's actually funny because this podcast is from the Zerto, which is the same news page that posted the first article about me, and it's funny because the channel is called Clickbaited. And literally got clickbaited, but whatever. So this is the podcast, and he basically, Mr. Beast says, I can play the clip. It's here. Let me just put the phones. Oh, and like he talked about this because he was basically talking about articles that Deserto post, which was perfect. And then this guy, which is the interviewer, which is basically the guy that posts on Deserto, I think. This was an article that I made about Mr. Beast saying TikToker won't stop tattooing Mr. Beast's name on himself until he meets him. So this was a guy that did tattoos every day, real tattoos by the way, every day until he met celebrities. The first one he did was Face Rug, and he actually was in a Face Rug video because I think Face Rug flew him out. I'm not sure, but I think that was something like that. And then after that he started doing Mr. Beast tattoos, but then he stopped, you know, because he saw that Mr. Beast was not gonna call him or meet him, so he stopped. So this guy asked him about that, you know.
Through for retention.
Stunt that I saw someone pull off, which was he kept tattooing his name on him until you meet him.
I do not remember that one.
I saw a guy that recently did it with KSI, and KSI said, "I'm not going to meet you.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going to call you."
Exactly.
But then he keeps doing it. Like, I don't know. Do you feel a bit lost sometimes, where you're like, these people are just clearly
Yeah,
not
but the
well?
thing is, you can't interact with that person, or you shouldn't, because then it just encourages way more people to do it. You know. Hold up. Yeah. Can someone hand me?
And then it was a cut here, so maybe they said more things. I'm not completely sure, but what I know is that Mr. Beast is completely right. If you give fans this idea that if you tattoo his name a bunch of times, you're gonna call him or meet him, this will only encourage more people to do that. So in here is completely correct. But why am I showing you all this? Because this was the perfect rage bait. In this video, I posted basically Mr. Beast's reaction, and then I said, Mr. Beast, why? I can put it to you. It was funny. I said, I'm the guy who did the KSI tattoos, and Mr. Beast just, stop bro, stop. I've said it multiple times, I don't want people to do this, and I'm just because I'm a very special reason, and it's really important. I forgot to tell you guys this. I said from the beginning, of course in the beginning I said like, was my dream to meet KSI, but I said I had an important reason, a super special reason, and I made it like a mysterious thing. I didn't say it was specifically whatever, I didn't say what it was, I didn't even give any type of hints. I just said it was a really special and personal reason that I didn't want to reveal. And the reason was that it was all a prank, that was the reason. But I made it all a mysterious thing to keep people engaged in the story. And that actually happened because a lot of people, until this day, they keep watching the videos to see if I'm going to reveal the reason. And you guys are going to realize that in the end, I'm going to reveal the reason. I'm going to do like 10 tattoos in my face. And I haven't posted that yet, but I also reveal that I'm gonna reveal that I'm gonna do that, and also reveal the reason to why I did all of the tattoos. So people that have been watching the videos for 2 years, they are now gonna realize why I'm gonna do the tattoos. So yeah, basically I said that, and I said, what is the reason? So stop trying to encourage KSI to not call me, because he messaged me telling me to stop, but the message was not, he was not being serious, and just a perfect rage bait. This was. Yeah, and people went crazy. Here it only has 300k views, on TikTok I think it has 200, but I know that there's a lot of people at the time that talked about this. So yeah, I kept doing rage bait videos with everything that I could. I love KSI, but have to buy him something he likes, and then I bought like a banana. As I said, guys, I was just rage baiting with everything, and this was all a character, and none of this was real. Oh, and then here I posted a video saying I finally realized I did 300 tattoos of KSI's name to get a phone call, but I could have just faked it. And it's just me saying that I could have just faked it, blah blah. I was even like giving hints that the tattoos were not real. That there was a lot of videos where I don't even have. Remember in the beginning I told you guys to remember that I did tattoos on my fingers. Where are the tattoos? Where are they? Here. Where are the tattoos? Where are they? So, what does this mean? This means that I gave a lot of hints. Of course, like I had solutions for this. I could just say that, you know, in the part of the skin, because of course I was a tattoo artist, so I know these things and I know what I can play with. That's why I was able to do all of this. If you tattoo in this part of the skin, in this part no, but in this part of the skin is more sensitive, and if you don't know what you're doing and if you do a bad tattoo or if you don't apply the right technique or enough pressure, the tattoo will leave with time. So basically that's what in case people will talk about that, that's what my argument was gonna be. If I ever did a tattoo in this part of the body or hand or whatever, I would just say, you know guys, the tattoos leave. I'm not a professional tattoo artist. I've never done tattoos in my life, even though I did. So the tattoos will leave. So yeah, but it's another thing that, you know, people didn't realize. Also, you guys are gonna realize in day 100 something, 150 something or 160, I had tattoos in this part. But then in day 300, I post some videos where you can clearly see like my arm like this and there's no tattoos, and people did not realize. So I gave a lot of hints, and I even have videos basically saying that I was doing that on purpose, because of course I noticed, and I could have filmed again and edited the videos again, but I just figured out like at this point people really believe they are real, so they're not even gonna realize they are fake, so I'm just gonna post it like that. And that's what happened. Only one person, in my opinion, realized everything, that the tattoos were real, and also that I was filming the videos in the same day. Like, let's give an example. Here, day 281, I post another video in the same day. Year 282, I post two videos. Then here, I post another video. So basically, I posted a video of the tattoos in one day, and then in the same day, I would post another video related to the tattoos, but not doing tattoos. Basically acting like, you know, like I did the tattoos, and then I film a video and I post every single day. But no, all of these videos were pre-recorded. This video, this video, this video, this video, like they were all in the same day. People think like I've recorded videos for 2 years every single day. No, I probably recorded like 1 or 2 weeks of videos. The only difference was, let's say today I go in the morning to the studio of my friend. He does the fake tattoo, so they stay exactly in the same place. I do the fake tattoo there, and then from 9 a.m. to basically 9 a.m. from the other day, I just record videos and I change outfits. That's all I did. I didn't waste any time in doing tattoos every day or filming every day. No, I just scheduled everything, as I can show y'all. Even the next tattoos that I'm gonna post, the face tattoos that I'm gonna post, I have everything scheduled, guys. So I'm here chilling, I'm living my life, doing other things and other videos while I have all of this scheduled. Like, look at this. This is all scheduled. I don't have to worry about this. And this was like this from the beginning of the series. So basically every single video you see here with a beanie, it was all in the same day. And also every single video you see here with the face tattoos, it was also in the same day. Of course, if I went to do more face tattoos, I had to record again. I did the first face tattoo, then I did the second, then I did the third. Probably I recorded in total 7 days, but 7 days, but the entire day. No, more. It was probably more because of the day that I actually did the tattoos. Probably like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of filming. That's what it took me. These 2 years of content was all filmed in 2 weeks. And there's, as I said, there was a guy on YouTube that actually realized that that was happening. And I think he was the only one who actually nailed it. And I'm gonna show him after that. Actually realized every single thing that I was doing, the rage bait, everything. So yeah, I kept doing tattoos, whatever. And then I said, like this video, I said I was getting into fights and people were following me. I was getting into fights on the streets because of the KSI tattoos. Then here I was promoting the world record. Then here I did 2 face tattoos. I did a fat nick here and a KSI tattoo here. So basically I did this KSI tattoo, I did another one here, and I did this fat nick. Fat nick is a nickname for KSI basically. And my belly was covered in tattoos at this point. 99 tattoos was the legs, 150 the legs, the face tattoo, then the arm as I was telling y'all, and then my stomach. So yeah, you guys already realized like this was just rage bait. I can't keep going and say all. I'm just gonna show you all now the face tattoos that I did next, because this was all just like me rage baiting. Like here I was just reading comments in every single video basically, and then I was posting podcast clips, which I didn't really was doing podcast. I was just talking to myself. It was technically a podcast, but I was just talking to myself. But I just wanted the clips because the podcast didn't even get a lot of views, as you guys gonna be able to see. They didn't get like 1,000 views, is nothing. But I did that because I wanted the clips, and now I'm even posting those clips and I'm not even posting the podcast. So then I kept going, and as you guys are gonna be able to see, in these videos, my arm doesn't have the tattoos, and there's a specific video that you can clearly see. Where is it? Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this. How are people not saying anything? I don't have tattoos, and I was supposedly had tattoos here in day 150, so I don't get it. But yeah, whatever. Then, before that, I did a KSI tattoo on McDonald's in the palm of my hand, and you guys are going to realize why that's important, because that's basically why Moist Critical made a video about me, and this was when he did the video. The video is right here, don't ever be this desperate. I'm gonna watch some parts of the video, but basically I'm just gonna say that the video was in the first 5 minutes, I think, or in the beginning of the video, he explained what was going on, saying the tattoos were real and blah blah blah. And then he came with a plot twist, basically saying, oh, but you know, everything that I showed you so far, I think this is fake, blah, blah, blah. And then he talked about, his argument was basically that the tattoos on the hand was fake, because in videos after, I don't have the tattoos. But as you guys know, and I've explained to you all so far, I pre-recorded the videos. So here from day 300 until day 365, I did all the tattoos in the same day, and you can see by the thumbnail of the video. And yeah, and basically he said the tattoo was fake because of that. As I told you guys, like, if you are a tattoo artist and you know that the tattoos on the palm of the hand can leave, like, you can't just give that argument, which was the argument that I did give, because I knew that if someone was gonna break that down, the only way for them to prove that the tattoos were fake was saying there is tattoos in his arm that are not there, which that's impossible to erase. The tattoos are not red, and also like the tattoos are not in the same place, which was some face tattoos. Of course I had to record in several days because I added more face tattoos. They were not exactly in the same place. That's the argument it's a plausible argument that you can basically, you know, say that okay, this is fake. So I don't really think Moist realized they were fake, and I'm just saying this because, you know, he said that he thinks the tattoos on the palm of the hand was fake, but then in the end of the video he says like he's gonna do more face tattoos and I feel sorry for him. So it was a bit confusing for me. I think, I don't know, that threw me off. The end of the video threw me off because he started saying basically that I was gonna do more tattoos. Why would he say that? What would he, I don't know, but we're gonna watch the video. Okay, we're gonna jump to 7 minutes because here is when he reveals that he thinks the tattoos are fake. There was only one thing here that he talked about, which I think is important, which is here, which was basically those messages that I said KSI messaged me, but he was joking. It's basically him reacting to me saying that. So it means, and you guys are gonna see that the rage bait worked, because he really thought like, even though like he had doubts about the tattoos, he really thought like I was this crazy character and this crazy fan of KSI. That's why I think this was actually good for me. The other video that I'm gonna show y'all, that the other guy breaks down everything, like the fact that the tattoos were red and thing, like if that video went viral, and you guys are gonna see that video only has 200 views, but if that video went viral, yes, that would have ruined my prank. This one didn't, because it was, you know, I'm just gonna play it.
Remember how I said the tattoos look like they're real? Well, I've got a big plot twist for you, because I have a hunch that they're not real. I think he's actually faking it. That clip I showed you of him doing the tattooing at McDonald's, that was on day 350. This is apparently day 359. And as you see in this frame here, you can see that hand that he supposedly tattooed KSI's name on, and interestingly enough, that name is absent. And in the video, you can't actually see him take the needle to the skin. He cuts around it and then just shows you that it's there. It seems like he faked it. Now, did he fake all of the tattoos? I couldn't tell you, but if his timeline is to be believed, or unless he's lying about the timeline, then there is no reason why he shouldn't have KSI's name on that hand that you see right there. In fact, if you look at any of his posts after the McDonald's hand tattoo, you won't find KSI on his hand in any of them. Like this image here is a screenshot from his most recent post today, as well as even some of the thumbnails he's showing you his hand and it is still not there. You can clearly see it's not there. He's not even trying to hide it. He's not being shy about it. In so many of the videos you can just fully see his right hand that is supposed to have.
So it's exactly what I was telling you guys, like I had an explanation for it, but he's right. Like if you don't follow the timeline, and if you don't, and he said this in the video, he said like I see the videos here and there, so if you don't really follow the timeline of the videos, you don't know that most of the videos are pre-recorded. But yeah, let's keep watching.
Have the KSI hand tattoo on it. Well, you can really see both hands too, in case you want to try and make an argument. Maybe there's some kind of optical illusion.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where he basically explains that the tattoos are fake, and he gives his argument about the tattoos being fake. The tattoos, no, the hand tattoo, because as he said, I don't know if he's faking the other ones or not, and also like he said that the shot of the tattoo needle, that's right, because like I had shots of the ink going inside the skin, but I didn't put it in the video because I didn't want to make it seem obvious, but it actually backfired. But there are some videos in my timeline that I actually show that, because the ink goes on top of the skin. It doesn't go through it, but you can understand it. You can, if you look at it, you think that the tattoo is being done. You know.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to tackle that incredible galaxy brain logic of the commenters are the ones actually looking for attention. But I would like to just play you day one of when he started this challenge.
Okay, so this is like what I said. I didn't talk about this. I went to the comments, basically responding to 8 comments. So basically the whole rage bait thing, I didn't only like make videos about the comments, I also went to the comments, respond to 8 comments, so it was a fucking rage bait.
Ultimate goal is that phone call. He is openly saying he's doing all of this degeneracy to get KSI's attention. He is still doing all of this for attention because he is extremely desperate to get KSI.
And this was him reacting to my first video, which was basically me saying that it was my dream of meeting KSI, and I wanted to get his attention, to get a phone call. So
KSI's ear for a moment on the phone. So he is literally doing it for attention. I don't know why he's trying to pretend like that's not the whole plan at the moment. He's been in the trenches so long, I bet he doesn't even remember what he wanted to talk about with KSI in the first place. He's probably totally forgotten the conversation he even wanted to convey. If KSI recalls him, it'd probably sound like talking to Boomhauer. He'd be on the other end like Scatmanning or something. Like, I don't even think he knows anymore what he wants to talk with KSI about.
my videos are getting ratioed. This is gonna be another wage rate, and you guys are gonna understand why. Videos with 7,000 likes and then top comments with 25,000 likes, and it's like it's a 8 comment, and you guys are like, I don't know. I just want to say that I don't really care, and at the same time, like, you guys can do whatever you want to do. If you want to comment, you do whatever you want. If you want to hate, you can hate. I just don't understand why so much criticism, because I'm literally I'm not harming no one. I'm doing tattoos on my body. It's my choice. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, I just want to say that I don't really care. And also, like, so I basically made a video saying I don't care about your comments, but I'm reading the comments, but I don't care. So, and I did this video on purpose. I didn't know Moist was gonna react to this, but that was basically the goal, was to contradict myself 2 or 3 times in the same video. The videos get to day 200. I'm gonna like read comments on day 200 until day, I don't know, maybe 250, 300. I'm not sure. I just know that I'm gonna be reading comments, so you guys can comment. And yeah, I just want to say 8 comments. I don't. You guys can comment. I'm gonna read comments, but I don't care. We care.
Nothing says not really caring quite like making a whole video where you repeat that line 3 times to try and hypnotize yourself into thinking you believe it. Now, that video he's referencing, the one with 7k likes and the hate comment with 25k likes, I didn't even find that one because the majority...
Yeah, but that's a video with 9 million views. But basically, you guys are gonna see like if you see all the video, you guys are gonna understand that all the things that I've been saying in this video that I did on purpose, not everything, but most things, Moist reacted and he really thought like that was this character. That's why this video didn't ruin my prank. He really thought I was this crazy fan of KSI. No, so I'm just gonna skip to the part, and if you guys you wanna see this video, go see the video. But I'm just gonna skip to the part where he talks about me doing more tattoos. That's where I was a bit confused.
Just sad. And I'm sorry to come in here with the cold water. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems like someone who has just been so convinced that attention from a internet celebrity is going to change the whole trajectory of his life, so he's pursuing it by any means necessary. And it's not. Even if that phone call happens, there is very little that can come from it that's going to be a benefit to you. And you didn't get much from this whole challenge either. It's not like he was able to make a career out of doing this either. So it really has been worthless.
I just want to say, if the tattoos were real, it would have been right here, you know, because doing multiple tattoos of a person just to get his attention and a phone call, you're not going to get anything from it.
And it's definitely just time to just fucking stop. Pump the brakes on it. And I think it should serve as an example for this desperation, this clawing for attention, and how unhealthy it is. It's just not good. Like, I don't hate this guy. I don't think he's like a bad guy from what I've seen here. He's confused. And I feel sorry for him. I really do. But it's got to stop here. He's about to do more face tattoos. He's planning like live streams, and it's pitiful. So I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because I've been loosely following it here and there throughout the year, hoping at some point he would realize how fruitless it is and just stop. That's really about it.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's it. So in the end, he says, like, I'm gonna do more face tattoos. So yeah, it got me a little bit confused. But then I want you guys to see this video, which is the video of the guy that actually breaks down everything. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it, but basically he says, and he nails it. He says he did multiple videos in the same day and he scheduled the videos. That's why his beard is exactly the same in the same videos. It didn't grow. The tattoo machine is not doing the noise that it should have been doing, and he's a tattoo artist. That's why he knows about these things. That's why, you know, I want people to look for this type of videos, because this video is still up and people can find this. Like, I found it, so how are people not finding it? Because this is a very well done video. This video is really very, very well done. It breaks down how I faked the tattoo, even though it's not the exact same technique. And he says, I'm gonna show you. Wait, give me a sec. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you all a real tattoo needle and the needle that I use to the tattoos. So this, I don't know if you can focus, but this is a tattoo needle and it's just very simple, just a little thing. And this is the tattoo I use for the fake tattoo, and this is a pen. This is the point of a pen, and I just basically glue it here. And what he was saying on the video was that I was doing using a real tattoo needle, but the tattoo was not well put in the machine. So basically I will just go on the tattoo ink and use it. But that's not actually what I did. What I did was I put a pen on the needle, so it's a pen on top, and then I will pass the pen into tattoo ink and I will do the tattoo. So it's basically the same thing. It was not 100% correct, but it's how you basically do it. And we're just gonna see some parts of this video.
I think they're fake as far as he's pretending to do the tattoo for the video. Now I will give you my evidence as to why I think that. Wiped clean. It is.
So basically I'm just gonna skip it, but he's basically gonna give the argument that is totally correct. The tattoos are done, but they are never clean. I never clean the tattoos. And if you are the tattoo artist, or if you go to a tattoo studio, you know that the tattoo artist will never let you take a photo of the tattoo without cleaning the tattoo, because it's gonna be with those, you know, like this consistency is not clean. It's not good for the photo. It's not good for the tattoo artist to show his work. So he will never let you post the tattoo like this. And also he will prefer to take a good photo with a camera or with his phone and then send it to you so you can show to other people his work. They will never let you post the tattoo without being clean. And all the tattoos, my tattoos, they were never clean, because if I cleaned it, of course the tattoo would leave. So what I will do was just, you know, go with the paper, you know, and just do like this, and that's it. And that's it. And he nailed it. This was his first point, that the tattoos were never clean.
The machine that is supposedly running, I'll explain that later too.
Now here he's going to explain what I was talking about the machine.
Look like a tattoo. It looks like he dipped the machine that is supposedly running, I'll explain that later too, in the tattoo ink, and then rubbed it across his back to look like it was done. But you can see the black tattoo ink is dried on his skin because it has this little shiny part. I'm gonna see if I could do it in real time for you guys and then post me doing it. So let me
okay, so
adjust y'all real done. Okay, at all, I'm low-key.
So basically what it does is, here is a needle, right? but he puts the needle, he puts the machine in a way that the needle is not coming out. It's still inside this plastic thing that I don't know what you call in English, but whatever, the needle is inside of here, it's not coming out, okay? So what's gonna do is gonna put it in tattoo ink and it's gonna make the tattoo, but it's not gonna stay. So, oh, my bad guys, I'm just gonna take the sound off. So, you know, it's basically exactly what I did. Of course it's a little bit different, but it's basically the same thing, right? And then, you know, he makes the tattoo, and then, as he's gonna say in the video, he comes here and just that's it, and then he keeps going. That's exactly what I did. Of course, the needle is not the same as I told you, but it's exactly what I did. So we're gonna move on to his next points.
But you would think that his hair would grow
Here,
at least a little bit over the course of a year. He could shave, but he has stubble. So for him to shave, it would go back to skin and then stubble, skin and stubble, skin and stubble.
exactly. This is perfect because I did the tattoos all in the same day. So I shaved and I did the tattoos on the same day and I switched outfits. So he nailed it perfectly here, saying that my beard needs to grow, so it's clearly all done in the same day.
Now another problem, real quick. He brings in this guy to do his tattoos, right? He's using a rotary machine. By chance, I've had this rotary machine. I don't remember the name, but I remember the logo, the E on the front, the
Okay, now let's hear the sound of my machine.
Tell me, please, the letters in I, but
It's like zzz, but it's a loud zzz, and now he's gonna show you.
going to adjust it to see if I could get it to make.
See, the sound is quiet. It's a quiet sound. It's not a hard sound, right? Now look at it. If you go watch the shorts, this is exactly the sound that it does. I'm gonna be honest, he figured this out, but this was just like a coincidence because basically the needle that I use, the pen, when it puts in the tattoo machine, it does this noise. So basically it was a coincidence that was the same noise, but he nailed it. The noise is not the same. So basically this video is perfect.
He tattooed this hand, which would be his left hand. They're not there. Where'd they go? If they're real, where?
Now the same thing he's saying here, if you tattooed your fingers, where did the tattoos go? Of course, like as I told y'all, if you are not a tattoo artist and you just do like you tattoo like without putting any type of pressure, the tattoos will leave. But either way, he nailed it again.
Looking good. Just saying, it's not real, so he doesn't care if he messes up the tattoo artist. And then
Oh yeah, I mean here because like I was tattooing and basically I just put the hands on him and said like, you know, I don't want to do that tattoo. And he's basically explaining that if you are a normal person, you will not gonna do that because, you know, you'll mess the tattoo. So he's basically saying like he doesn't care about that because the tattoos are not real, so he doesn't care how they look. And he's right once again. And then in the end of the video, he says I think it's the most important thing.
in order for me to believe that these tattoos are real, I need a full video of you doing the tattoo on yourself or someone else doing the tattoo and wiping it clean and then show me the end result. That will be the only way to prove that these are real.
So basically this is what I'm saying. Like he says, I will only believe they are real if you do the tattoos, if they are red, if you clean them, if you show me the final result and the yield result. At least that's what I will do to believe the tattoos. And it's crazy that millions and millions of people, of course they're not tattoo artists, but they didn't even question the fact that they were real or not, and they didn't even question the fact that I didn't clean any of the tattoos ever. I never did it. I always did just like this. Of course, some things in this video are not correct, as I told y'all, and I didn't break down the entire video, but most of things here are correct. Prop to him. And if this video would have gone viral, this would of my prank because he has all the right points. So yeah, basically let's just finish the rage bait thing. Oh, and then like I did a donation to KSI where I donated to him and I said I did a fake nickel tattoo on my face and I want a phone call with you, blah blah blah, and it got a million views. And basically then I said, you know, oh, but KSI was not being realistic. He said, oh, I'm not gonna give you my phone number. And then excuse me, I said in the video, oh, but KSI, I don't want your phone number, I just want your Instagram, blah blah. So I was just, yeah, this was too much clickbait. And then rage bait, my bad. And then I did a video in KSI's birthday, just singing happy birthday to him. We can hear this, no? Birthday to... I did a prime tattoo on my face and you didn't call me. You think we are gonna happy Happy birthday, KSI. No. You see this? See this? Okay, so basically, yeah, as you guys saw, I was just rage baiting, and there was a couple TikTokers that reacted to that video and also to this video, and then I changed the description of the original video and said KSI tells his #1 fan in a sarcastic way to stop making that stuff his name. Oh, this was really bad. Then I did the I said I was gonna do a stream that was hyping up for months on June 26th of 2025. Then I did the stream where I basically revealed I was gonna cover my entire body with KSI tattoos, and I also revealed that I did a W tattoo on my face. Now people think this stream, you know, it just ended up like this, and I said my PC crashed, but the reality is that in the next takes from this stream you could see that I had no tattoos in my arm, because this was not a stream, this was a pre-recorded video. My PC did not crash. People think my PC crashed and I stopped the stream. This is a pre-recorded video that I decided to add on OBS. I added the video here and then I played the video. That's all I did. The video was pre-recorded and I just cut the video. I even have a video recorded of me watching that stream and basically stopping the video in the right time. So yeah, at this point I decided to do tattoos on my back. I tattooed the dumbass tattoo. I said I was gonna do a dumbass tattoo. I tattooed it. Then here I posted another clips from the podcast saying the Prime team lied to me, because, you know, KSI has a drink with Logan Paul, it's called Prime, and I basically started tagging them saying KSI come on. Even Prime saw my videos because I tagged them, you know. Then they sent like 2 eyes emojis, and I said if KSI doesn't call me, I guess I will have to. Basically, I will do a Prime tattoo on my face at day 365, which is after 1 year of doing the tattoos. And then I said, POV, I'm tattooing a Prime bottle on KSI's song, and we appreciate your support. It's just a skit, but I will actually do it for real at day 365. And he said, legend. I don't know who is managing this page, but whatever. I think it's just probably a bot or something that generates, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Then I posted another story, basically with their messages, with these messages, and then they say the Prime fam knows what's up. I don't know if they really knew what was going on with the tattoos. Then they didn't respond anymore after I said basically I was gonna do the Prime bottle on my face soon. They didn't respond anymore. But yeah, I don't know who sent these messages. I don't know if they are automatic messages. I don't really know. But yeah, and basically I posted saying I was the Prime team lied to me because they said they were watching the videos, and Jesus, the rage is real, man. So yeah, basically here I was doing, this has multiple days because supposedly I was doing more than 1 tattoo every single day at this point. So this is not really day 400, this day 300 and something, but I was just posting 4 tattoos every single day. Me ignoring the 8th tattoo about my KSI tattoos, and I started saying I'm gonna do 1 KSI tattoo every day for 1 week straight. I covered my entire back with tattoos, and then after that I covered my entire face with tattoos. That's what I decided to do. Of course I also did other things, like here I did a tattoo on a bridge, basically in a car with my friend. He was driving and I was pretending to get a tattoo while I was on the bridge. And yeah, a lot of rage bait, guys. This was a lot of rage bait. And then here I think it was the time where KSI blocked me. Like this video was the video that got more views, which is basically just a screen recording of me showing that KSI blocked me. It got so many likes, 243k likes, and 22 million views only on Instagram. This was huge. This got my videos to get like a lot of attention. I just kept like posting things, and I posted this interview right here. And this channel is my channel, by the way. I posted the interview and I just wanted the clips. Honestly, I knew that this was not gonna get a lot of views. And this channel is actually the It Was All Fake channel that now posts like the video where how I pranked 350 people. This is the same channel. So basically rage baiting, and then my goal was, I'm gonna explain what was my original goal. My goal was to do all the tattoos on my back, which was a Lamborghini, and cover all my back with tattoos. Then after I post that, I will do 1 KSI tattoo on my face every day for 7 days. And then in the 8th day, in the day after, all the face tattoos, I will reveal it was all a prank. That was my original goal. That's why I promoted October 1st, and I said like, guys, on October 1st I'm gonna reveal the tattoos, all the tattoos, and whatever. And this doesn't happen because in meantime I got in contact with KSI's manager, because when Moist Critical posted that video, the guy that sent my videos original to KSI's manager basically asked if I wanted him to sneak me in a phone call with KSI's manager, and of course he only did that because the tattoos were fake, and that's where I finally got in contact with KSI's manager, because at this point I was just gonna reveal that the tattoos were fake. I was gonna post the YouTube video because I pranked KSI anyway, but of course it was not a 1-year prank, it will be just one prank. I pranked KSI with fake tattoos of his name, that will be the title of the video, but it ended up being 1 year because KSI's manager helped me, so I managed to get a 1-year prank. So yeah, whatever, I kept rage baiting, then here, this was how my back was looking, guys. It was like all of this, you can't really see, but yeah, this was, my entire back was like this. And then the face tattoos, I don't really remember what I did. I did a fat knee, KSI on the sides. Also, a lot of videos here went hugely viral. This video on TikTok got 8.5 million views. This video got 1 million here and 1 million on TikTok. This video got 2.5 million. Okay, this was how my face looked. Thick of it, lunchly, W, plus here is KSI, it was just a joke. KSI here, KSI, fat knee, sideman, no, KSI, it was a then a prime bottle, legacy, here I don't remember, but yeah, it was, yeah, basically my entire face. A lot of videos here went very viral. They went more viral on TikTok than here, but 1 million views here. On TikTok they went viral. Then I said, as I told you guys, I still thought I was gonna reveal the video, and I had already a lot of videos planned, so I said I'm going to a mental hospital, which was actually KSI's manager, it was his idea to say my family wanted to put me in a mental hospital. Then I said I went out from the hospital because they wanted my fame and they wanted my views, because they know that I was viral. More clips from podcasts, rage baiting, KSI and his manager took advantage of me. It's finally time to reveal everything, and now here I'm just making time to reveal the prank to KSI, because I talked to both of his managers and I was supposed to go to the UK, reveal to him the prank in person. So at this point I'm just posting clips just to wait until I have the video prepared to post it and then reveal they are, you know, fake. But then I didn't manage to get there. Unfortunately, one of KSI's managers stopped working with him, and basically it was not possible to reveal the prank to KSI, which, you know, happens. But yeah, basically, so now all this rage bait, like me created a Tinder, and then me like saying I'm so happy, I don't care about the fact that I have 1,000 KSI tattoos. This one actually went pretty viral, 5 million views. And then yeah, basically photos of me before and photos of me after. You guys, like, I know this video is breaking down the rage bait, but I think you guys get it, right? I think you guys get it what I was doing here. Then this was this video that was done about me, this video right here. It's basically this guy, he's basically saying that the tattoos were real. He's not even questioning that. He's just, you know, saying, oh, this guy is desperate, and this guy, you know, normal. I think it was good that he did this video, because it's actually well done, the video in itself. It's well edited, and it explains basically the story of all these, you know, Instagram stories, as you guys are going to be able to see. Like, he posts like here some stories. Basically he says what he thinks and he gives context to the entire story. The video is very well done. The only thing is that he says they are real when they are not, but the video is a good video. And then yeah, basically I just kept going with the rage bait. I said I already had the world record. I said I was already at the world record, and now I posted a video last week saying I'm going to court against KSI because I leaked his manager's number, but in reality I didn't. I just put a random number there. And now, as I said, I already have the face tattoo scheduled. It's gonna be one KSI face tattoo every day for 10 days straight, and then after that I'm gonna post the final video where I reveal that the tattoos are all fake. I'm gonna show you all. Yeah, basically this video showing that I don't have the tattoos and it was all actually fake, and that I actually got in a phone call with KSI's managers, because people at this point, they still don't know like there is a prank, or that I managed to get in contact with KSI's managers. So now yeah, this was basically all the rage bait that I did. And the last thing I want to say about this entire video is that I did all of this just to make sure people realize that they can't believe in everything they see online, and they need to make their own research, because as I showed y'all, there was a lot of evidence that the tattoos were not real. There was even videos online of that guy, showing why they were not real, they were not red, and all of these that I've already broken down. And I want you guys to next time, or people that fell for it, or whatever, people online that when you see things online, just make your own research before you believe in something someone is telling you. That's my entire goal with all of this.